Following gross profit methods, here I'm introducing another method to estimate the balance of inventory, retail inventory methods. These methods provide more detailed information, so it provides more accurate estimate of ending balance inventory. Instead of just the book value or the cost information of inventory, these methods also require the company to track the retail value or the price of inventory. Basically, the company should track the cost, which is the purchase cost of inventory, and the retail value or the selling price of the inventory. So no matter the cost or retail, this equation also works. The beginning balance of inventory at retail value plus the net purchase at retail value equals to the goods available for sale at retail value. We subtract the net sale, which represents the retail value of goods sold. We can have the ending balance inventory at retail value. Then we convert to the cost based on the cost to retail relation or cost to retail percentage. So let me introduce the detail of these methods. So here we have two columns of information. So this basically is a formula. The beginning plus purchase, the goods available for sale, and less sales, we have the ending balance inventory. The formula, the framework is still the same. And we have these two columns, cost and retail, to track the information. The beginning balance of inventory at cost is 60. Its retail value 100,000. The cost of purchase 287,200. The retail value of the purchase 460. So the goods available for sale at cost is 347,200. At retail value 560,000. The reason we track these two information because we can use these two numbers to build up the relation between cost and retail. So the cost and retail relation is determined by this ratio, 62. It means the cost as a percentage of retail value is 62%. When companies sell goods for $100, the cost actually is assumed to be $62. Next step, we're going to less sales, which represents the retail value of the goods sold, 400,000. Subtract from the goods available for sale at retail value. Then 160 is the ending balance of inventory at retail value. At this step, we have the ending balance of inventory, but that's the retail value. We need to make conversion to cost. Then we just multiply this cost to retail percentage or cost to retail relation. We convert $160,000 to $99,200. So this is actually the ending balance of inventory. If we subtract from goods available for sale at cost, we can have the cost of goods sold. So these methods we can determine both cost of goods sold and the ending balance of inventory. Since we use both retail and cost information, these methods provide a more accurate estimate than gross profit methods because we have more up-to-date information. Different cost flow methods or assumptions can be incorporated into this estimate technique. It can be used to estimate the cost of lost, stolen, and destroyed inventory, which is similar to the gross profit methods. Although companies use these methods to estimate the balance of inventory and the cost of goods sold, at the end of each year, they also need to physically count the inventory value, which is part of the inventory management. There are some other factors we should consider when we apply the retail inventory methods. The retail value may change because the seller may provide promotion or may mark up the price or retail value of the inventory. So here are terms you should know. Initial markup which is the original amount of markup from the cost to selling price. So after this initial markup, that represents the initial retail value. So this also represents the tag price, okay, market suggested price. Then the follow-up 4 represents the adjustment to this retail price. Markup means that's an increase in the retail price. Markup cancellation represents elimination of the additional markup. Markdown is reduce the retail price, while markdown cancellation is the elimination of the markdown. For example, the cost of inventory was $6 per unit. After initial markup $4, so the retail price was $10. So this is the market suggested price or tag price. $3 up, that's markup. But from 13 to 12, that's $1. This is markup cancellation. It is not markdown. The net markup is 3 additional markup minus $1 markup cancellation. For markdown, the retail value market suggested price was $10. After $3 markdown, the price reduced to $7. And $1 increase is not markup, it is markdown cancellation. So the net markdown is 3 minus 1, $2. For this case, maximum markdown cancellation is $3. Because $3 markdown cancellation, the price will be back to the retail value. Any additional price increase will be markup. So these are factors will have impact on the retail price, and we should incorporate them into our analysis. We have the cost and retail value of inventory tracked. Beginning balance of inventory, both cost and retail, purchase, cost and retail, net markups, which is the difference between additional markup and markup cancellation. Net markdown is difference between markdown and markdown cancellation. These two have no impact on the cost. Both have impact on the retail value. So that's why their information appears in this column. After these two, the retail value of inventory available for sale will change. Then this is net sales, represents the retail value of goods sold. Based on this given information, so we use average cost as an example. Beginning balance inventory at cost, purchase at cost, so total goods available for sale at cost, $404, $480. Retail value, beginning balance inventory, retail value of purchase, net markup, net markdown will reduce the retail value. Goods available for sale at retail value was $632,000. So we have the cost, we have the retail value. We can determine the cost to retail percentage. Then the sales was $434,000. We subtract the sales from goods available for sale at retail value. Then we have the ending balance inventory at retail value. Next, we multiply the percentage. We have ending balance of inventory at cost. We subtract ending balance of inventory at cost from the goods available for sale at cost. We have the cost of goods sold. This methods, we treat all the inventory the same because it is average cost methods. The similar example, first we need to determine what's the cost to retail ratio. To have the cost to retail ratio, we need the sum of the cost for beginning inventory and purchase. Also, we need the sum of these four numbers, which represents the retail value of inventory available for sale after net markup and net markdown. So here it provides a formula. Finally, the cost to retail ratio is 71.2525%. We subtract net sales from some of these four items. We have the retail value of ending balance inventory. Multiply the cost to retail percentage. This is the ending balance of inventory at cost. So the answer is A.